Hello there everyone, this is Mark3 and welcome back to a bit more Last Caretaker. Where there's actually been a release into early access, and so I'm going to actually drop the demo tag from this particular set because, you know, presents itself well, I'm curious, I am a little robot running around, things like that, and so I am kind of interested, so I've actually picked it up. Sadly, it wasn't compatible with the demo save, so I've played forward to the same point with a couple of slight alterations. One being that I figured out there's actually a room here for saving. I didn't realise that in the demo. I actually went back to the one I was at previously down the hallway and stuff like that. Let's leave that on as is. And the other is I've got a slightly different wiring pattern over here. I did say I'd scratch some more resources and wire things up a bit at the end of last time, so I've dangled the cable off the edge here, and as you can see I've also run the cable down towards the boat, which is now hooked in there, but I've not looked at the belt itself. I've not looked at anything else around here or anything like that. So let's get going, because we're using this power. We've got this place running on power. We've been recycling stuff. I need power as well, let's be entirely honest with you. Speaking of, very quickly top me up. We need to figure out where the power is, and honestly I've not seen any power elsewhere. So let us proceed. As far as I'm aware, there's only one comment from last time from Normal, saying that the game looks interesting, and also likes to believe that we are launching the rockets and they are just randomly landing in a heap somewhere. Well, I actually caught a chunk of Guns, Nerds and Steel's first episode as well, as we get up here, and it is pitch black out there. Wasn't there a beastie in the data log that comes out at night? He set us straight on a few things very early on, because he does much more of a descriptive approach, while I tend to be a slow but steady approach. There's a bit of a different thing here. Vaults. No? I'm sure there was one though. But yeah, I got enough to know that the rockets, actually we launch them and they go up into orbit, apparently where the humans are. But I still keep in mind what I said last time as well, that maybe they do go land somewhere, and the reason I think of that is because of the whole... Let's go on out. Because of that whole rocket launch side mission in Fallout New Vegas at the Repcon rocket facility. If you actually dare to fuel all the ships and things there, spoiler, but you know, it is a very, very, very old game at this point. If you actually do it, the ghouls board the rockets and then they go fly off and there's an explosion in the distance. So yeah, you can probably guess what's happened there. Another one of these thingamajigs. What was it, C? Yeah, there we go. C, right. So yeah, I don't think it's really much of a spoiler, but it amuses me to have that similarity, you know? Come on, there we go. Apparently I wasn't quite close enough. So that said, we have got, at the very least, an answer to a power source, because that's the big thing I never actually fixed last time, figuring out where power's coming from. Oh, hi. Beware my crowbar. Justice is metal. No, don't shock me. Thank you. I'm wondering why there's still combat music going on, but you know, it's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine, right? Let's see. This one connects into... Is it getting darker? Well, it is raining. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's check these though. Lun mid solar panels, they're going to be useless at this point, but we have got ourselves some wind turbines as well. So yeah, I think that's one of the reasons I decided to pick this one up as well. Oh, I was like, leave us off that one. Mobile base games. I mentioned a while back I was looking for them, or I wanted to be playing one, and this appears to be one because that boat downstairs... I didn't even trigger you guys. Why did you pop out by yourselves? Am I shorting out in the rain? No, I don't think that was it. Oh, I'm overweight. Okay. That's a potential problem. That said though, yep, some of these are damaged. I can fix them though. And it is daytime actually, so good. It was actually the tail end of the night. I took so long downstairs, I'm fine. I do need more... What am I looking at? I need more connections though to plug everything in. That much I'm clear on. So, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. Give me one of these. I'm going to need... Actually, no, I don't need one for there. If I connect that lead over this way, but I will need one over here, and just the one. And then we can actually use this, because I'm wondering if this is like a Wandering Skies kind of situation. Like, am I going to be able to come back to this place whenever? I assume so, because, you know, there's facilities and things here. And there's also a ton of resources left behind as well. So, rigging it up so that I can actually use the entire grid at near peak capacity just makes sense to me, to be entirely honest. Don't know what that button actually does. What does that do? I'm guessing it stops the flow of power. So, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Maybe. Kind of, possibly, sort of. Add. There we go. So yeah. I'm going to rig it so that we can basically dump battery capacity from the base into downstairs as much as possible. I'm going to rig it so that, well, as you can see, I'm rigging it so that we've got all this stuff set up and ready to go, and also can be expanded easily as well, because I'm not sure how to delete things like that bit there. Yeah, I'm not sure how to delete these things or move them, but once they're in place, there we go, and we've got a power flow going on. Yes. A plan is coming together. The base is now charging. I can suckle on the sweet flow of energy from our local fusion reactor called the Star. Actually, the fighting got almost drained me, so let's fix that, actually. Oh, actually no, it might be because I'm overweight still. Yeah, I think I'm draining fast because of that. There's got to be a storage or something. Let's do the sensible thing. Let's go ahead and do some repairs. I do have plenty of repair materials. And then we're going to fix up the boat. So yeah, give me a moment and I'll sort all this stuff out. And that'll do it. I've fixed up all but one because that one requires silicon, which I don't seem to have any of. But now we can actually, got daylight, we can look around the place. And there is water as far as the eye can see. I think, if I recall, Guns and Steel said something about, basically the world is flooded, and that's part of why humans have gone off-world. I'm not entirely sure on the matter myself. Maybe because I've not been paying close attention, or I've just not found data logs and stuff. Oh, hi. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Oh, if I stand on the... If I stand on the actual tendrils, it's doing stuff as well. Duly noted, thanks. There's also a walkway all the way around down here. Oh good, it does connect up. Wait, I've got my torch on as well. Don't need that. Not in the middle of the night. But I will check and explore, because I'm trying to figure out what's going on around and... Hello. The data log at the end of last time said something about robotic sharks, and I think that's one of them. I almost said robotic shards, but we've got those as well. Where does this go? Yep. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. My problem is I didn't actually open the dock. Ooh, there's stuff down here though. Also, this is doing fun things to my frame rate. Why is there chunks of bioorganic in the water? And do I really want to know? The important question is, have I just soft-locked myself as well? Give me a minute. Oh, the water texture's still nice though. Ah, good. There is actually a ladder up. Right. That wasn't too bad. There's also a marker over there too. Where's all this bioorganic come from? Actually, maybe I shouldn't be checking that because, well, remember, there's a big robotic shark out there. The last Caretaker is not going to be the last Caretaker very long if I do things that are very, very stupid, like trying to jump from a narrow platform into a vent and forgetting to jump. That totally didn't happen, not at all. Speaking of things that maybe shouldn't have happened but did, when I was thinking of the whole mobile bases thing, I kind of forgot that Vulcanoids was a thing. I know, it's silly, but, well, to be fair, I've not really had that much content on the channel about it, but it is one where you've got a mobile base and everything. Steampunk, your mobile base is a drill, you're drilling around in a island where there's a very active volcano, which erupts repeatedly. Ooh, teddy bear. Yeah, got the important stuff. Which erupts periodically and then sends it in. Let me know if you want me to do some on that one, because I am wanting to play it again. And actually, Little Kari's said that he might like to play it again as well. So, you know, something might happen there if we decide to do with it. But, getting back on track. Last Caretaker, let's have a look around. There are vents and supplies. Very good. I've got a door over there. There's another door here, which I haven't purged yet. Oh yeah, that does massively increase my weight. Let's check inside. Well, there's a power connection of some kind. There we go. Got my way in. You have power. Ah! A scrapper system and such. Also, events. Okay, cool. That's good, because we've got all these materials we can throw in to the recycler, I figure. Though there's a material I have specifically not thrown into the system, and I'm wondering if that might be a line crossed or something situation. Which is, I have not tried to feed one of my fellow caretakers into the system. Now, I am a robot and all that jazz, but at the same time, if I break them down for parts, it removes the option for them to be fixed later, doesn't it? This is not what I wanted to do. Come on. There we go. Then if I connect to you, that should give a power. Or not. I swear, I'll make sense someday. Maybe not today, though. What I can say is I need a lot of cables. Ah, lights. Excellent. Okay. And, more importantly, cables and power and stuff. So I'm going to lighten my load a little bit. Can I please? Deposit all trash. I can! Okay, good. That's made things a lot better. Problem is, though, as satisfying as it is to throw stuff into here, it's also kind of noisy. Like, very noisy. But there are some areas of the game we've not really gone into yet that I've not looked at in any great detail. As I just let the thing chew. There we go. And that is, I've not really tried to fabricate or skill up or anything. And they wouldn't be in the game if that wasn't important. So, I'm going to step away a sec from the grinder. Oh, the moment I do, it's actually done. Never mind. Thank you. Okay, let's actually look at our things, shall we? Because I've never really gone through this. So, skills. We've found in here, we've got things to unlock. There are also things, let's just in the dismantling tool. That's how we can remove this stuff. That seems kind of important, actually. I've got 4 points, though. Diesel cylinder, jaw pack, electric pistol. If there's a weapon in a game, there's something to use it on. Whisper turbine and Lumite solar panels. Need solar cells, it says, but I don't see a tech in here for that. There's no search function, I notice. Let's hold on to that for a second and check the boat first, shall we? Enhancers. This is stuff I can spend. Vitality, hauling. Ooh, that'll be an important one. Increase lifting capacity and efficiency. Build time is reduced and consumption is reduced by a very small amount. Most of these bonuses are very small. Increase pressure capacity by around 1 meter. But they go to up to 100 points. I've got 20 points I can spend. Like optimizing power use. If I spent that, I could get 10% reduction in my overall power usage. I think I should actually stop messing around and go and check out that boat. And oh, there's another vent there. Let's act on the side of caution. Skills. Give me the electric pistol, please. Thank you. Can I just craft that in my inventory, or do I need... I can just craft that in my inventory, but it needs a bunch of parts. Ordering battery cells? Yes. Oh no, sorry. Okay, so... So I need to queue up everything manually. Is that where this thing comes into play? Because this is a full-bore fabricator. Make that. And no. No auto queue. Okay. Battery cell, alloy, connected parts, conductor wire. Give me a sec. Oh, look at that. So the laser-based 3D printer. Looks like it's suspending in a magnetic field. I don't see any other methods, but it also kind of reminds me of the ones that were shown in Callisto Protocol as well. This does look kind of nice, though, for a more modern one. Oop, off it goes. Da-na-na-na. Hold it up, Zelda style. We've got ourselves a pistol. I need to equip that in my weapon slots. Oh, I've got a holster for something heavier than this. Okay. And I'll put the spare batteries into that slot there, I guess. Bio seaweed, item organic, possible for protein and carbohydrates. Well, we do need to grow our humans, if you recall, and then feed them into a rocket and throw them at the ground at high speed. That's kind of how this works. So, pistol. Nothing doing? What do I need to do? What? High voltage. So does that mean I need a power source? Wait, I've got two connect buttons here. F? Ah! I plugged my... Okay, that's interesting. I've plugged this weapon into the mains. I will note, though, very specifically, this does mean I can actually run such a weapon off my own internal battery as well. So that's something worth keeping in mind. Very much so. Anyway, other door, and then we'll go vent hopping, I think. What's in here? Nothing. Okay. I've crafted a gun. I'm eager to test it on... Hang on, there's a drop here down to a platform way down below. You know what? I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. I've seen that kind of ladder before. Also interesting, by the way, how it could do that without anywhere to unfurl the stuff from. So that was interesting. But yeah, I have seen this ladder type before. In a spot where I actually took some damage off camera. Still, that's a nice fast way there. Because there's actually one right where I dropped that cable. You can see it right up there, can't you? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Keep on going. I will go ahead and drop this because now I want to check out the actual boat itself. See? I actually deployed that cable down there by jumping off the side here when I didn't need to. Okay. Right. Also, I noticed, but I haven't checked out, there's something broken here with a pipe through it. So what is this, I wonder? Well, there is some alternate stuff down there. It's a bunch of parts, and there's also what I think are a portable battery cell kind of thing. Yeah, a small battery. I'm not quite sure what to do with these guys. I could scrap them. I can use them for temporary power storage or stuff like that, you know? But at the same time, they're not fitted. They're not fixed. So, do I really want to bring something like that along with me on the boat? I mean, if it's any kind of boat, and the sea simulation seems to suggest it, it shouldn't be static in the waves, and therefore anything small like this might easily, you know, fall off the side. I can also climb up there as well. Is it raining outside? I don't know. Oh, I see something. Hello. Some kit and storage back here. But I don't know what that was all about. Also a stopwatch, item/memory. Time measurement device tracks action durations, marks competition, and supports waiting periods. But what is it doing back here? I do not know. I do not know. Do not ask me these questions. I am a poor, humble caretaker unit who has had their memory scrambled and all that jazz. So I do not know. But it does kind of show that I need to look around all the nooks and crannies, though, doesn't it? Oops, as we drop down here. There are some... Oh, hello. Spacer waits, but it's been torn. Oh, I got the poster. Love letters. Old written communications shows relationship patterns over time, reveals emotional connections and personal history. Oh. But why were they here in the vents, though? When the caretakers faltered, were there humans still on this facility, which were then left trapped on this facility, or were they hiding from something? This game is doing a very good job of throwing mysteries about, isn't it? That's not what I wanted to do. I want to... Oh, I can pick up a small battery container. I just have to get the angle right. No. There we go, because there's another small one that I left over. These things are heavy. Also, I didn't spot this last time, but there's one of my fellows right here. Very unfortunate for you, little guy. Plus, I didn't know how to free himself, though. Anyway. These little batteries are super heavy, and so are a problem. Can I make it across this gap? I can, okay. Barely, because I'm encumbered. Let's have a look around, see what we've got. We've got connections to the diesel tanks, connection for power. That's okay. As you can see, there is another power thing over there and some more batteries. I think I'm going to, I really need to, how do I drop these? Oh, Q. Those things are heavy. Okay, so, diesel connection, battery connection. One thing I don't know about, though, is, are there more up here? There are more up here. If I connect this to here... Okay, that is flowing. Are those universal ports, though, that go throughout the ship? And to know that, I'd have to connect one of the power cables. Let's connect this one here because it seems to be convenient. See, we are learning things. We are testing. This is why you come to me for the high octane action. Ah, there we go. And this one is indeed connecting. Okay, so yeah, these are universal ports for the entire ship. So I don't need to get to a specific spot, I just need to reach one of these. Worth noting. So let's take a quick look around. What's this? A container with nothing in it? Oh, it's a net of some kind. Oh, this must be how we get... Yeah, that must be how we get the stuff that's floating around in the ocean without risk of sharks. Also got a water pump. Output salt water. Okay. Oh. And we have a slightly damaged diesel engine. Give me a second. 5. Repair. By the way, curious note. Why is the engines and the control panels, if something's damaged, why is it actively smouldering and or on fire? The problem with being on fire is things combust and so they burn up. And I did a lot more than a wrench can do there. I just repainted the whole darn thing. Ah well, suspension of belief is fine. Put away the tool, please. So, I want to grab you and then jam you into the hole. Okay. Oh, reconnect the diesel cylinder to the thing was an optional thing. When ready, hit the dock doors and sail out. I don't think I want to do that just yet. I want to find out what else is around here. Put my weapon for a start. Because remember, I've got a slight storage issue. So I want to check around. Okay, I've got a scrapper. I've got a fabricator down here as well, which are... Well, that's silly. They are not connected to the power grid, so they have to be plugged in directly with cables. Fine. This game likes to spam cables all over the place, doesn't it? Mind you, it does mean that there's other equipment that can be installed on these floors as well. It kind of leads into the whole mobile base situation. Let's connect. Let's connect solder. Connect to you. Connect to you. That is all good. I will go back upstairs though, real quick, and I will tell it, because I've not done this, it's got different modes, so I'm going to, because of how I've rigged this, and I want this ship to actively be a vampire, this will deliberately charge up from the dockside stuff. And this is also why, by the way, why I've wired in all batteries except for that one way back at the start. Because I've noticed the discharge rate seems to be related to how many batteries are actually plugged into it. So I've got many batteries connected, therefore this thing very quickly can shunt energy about if I tell it to randomly charge or discharge a given battery. So yeah, there we go. This ship is now fully set. And this one is set the same way. No, this one was one way, wasn't it? Wasn't it? No, it was set to equalize, so it didn't even fully load. Okay, sure. Makes sense. Oh, we got another one. And a diesel canister? Okay. There are supplies on this ship. I need to organize this ship. That's the thing. Basic electrics engine. I'm sorry. I'm finding things that are interesting. I need to offload some of this stuff though. I am holding those two, the cylinder heads. I did not pick up a actual small cylinder. I deliberately didn't do that, but my speed is getting crippled. I need to... Please tell me there's something I can build to store things. This one, it seems like, Duopack. Module utility storage containers. Small storage container. Please and thank you. And I suspect the best place to put a storage container would actually be downstairs. Let me just waddle on down there. Oh, I like that. Okay, so what it's done is, it's actually tallied up that I want to build 3 of these, but they need components. So, it's actually added it to my task list and told me what I need to create. Let's go ahead and very quickly... I say quickly, I'm very slow, very deliberate, I'm realizing, in doing this kind of thing. But I'm going to hook in you to there. Then you to there. Oops. That's fine too. I was a bit low on charge. I'll accept it. I am charging at quite a clip though. Yeah, I want you there. Does it also be nice and very user-friendly here? It does, yes. It tells me exactly how much I need. So, 1. On the plus side, that's great. On the downside, that's using up all my plastic. Though that said, I suspect it's faster than my main system is. But if we look around inside this other room here, there is a desk, some shelves, and not much else. can I think I want to drop my... I kind of do. They have got some weight to them. So I'm going to drop off these mementos I've got, since I'm not using them. And then I get to just rearrange them, I guess. Hoping that they don't get thrown around. Maybe that's what this room is. Maybe this is meant to be like a personal cabin or something. I don't know. I am doing a very bad job at this. Though these ones are also very floppy and they don't seem to really want to be put down in any given way. I can't like lock them into a pose or anything like that. I'm just trying to grapple a bit with the controls as well. They seem to be a little bit fidgety. But yeah, there we go. Got some stuff in there. I will step outside and then pretend that that never happened as soon as I figure out where the heck the door's gone. Oh, there's a fuel gauge on the side there. Okay, nice. Also, it auto-built these things. It didn't actually need me to come and collect the parts or anything. It just actually did it by itself. Huh. Okay, ignore that for the moment. Let's throw in what we can. Oh, these things are actually pretty hefty. I think a follow-up question would be... I want to hang on to them, thank you. I can't shift-click. These things, though, are so much better than I thought they would be just looking at them. Also, I kind of figured out, by the way, why the game feels a little bit heavy to me. Which is something I noted previously. It feels a little bit heavy to me because I checked and apparently my FPS is locked at 20. I don't know why, but it feels slightly off, and that's probably why. I'm just checking in here real quick because I want to make sure... Yes, the stuff inside those storage boxes is available for me to use elsewhere, so I can just jam stuff into the storage boxes if I am so inclined. And unless there's a range limit on that, it won't really penalise me. Very good. You need to go over. Here. Boats are notorious, by the way, for being slow but efficient. So I figure I want to actually get the... engines up to speed if I can, as I can. There's also these smaller batteries and things. I need to figure out what to do with them too. I'm thinking maybe just wire them up to a socket down here and have them sit around and, you know, be available. Might be the way to go about it. That might be the way to go about it, actually. But for now, I'll just stash them because I need to check the rest of the ship. I need to prepare. We're almost at the point where we're going to be sailing, but I've still got those vents I wanted to check as well. Oh, here we go. Right. And that is charging. Okay, I wasn't sure if these things were actually like had a finite limit, which would have been quite silly if they did, but no. It's just that you can't get too hurt too often. Let's back myself up into slot 1. Yes. Thanking you. Okay, the boat is nearly ready to go, apart from the fact that honestly what I was thinking of doing was you know, trying to convert it for more, have some built-in power supplies and stuff like that. Because you know, this thing, it's got the diesel on it. Let's actually pick that up and that up, and let's transfer this one aboard. Oh, I need to hold. Come on, gimme. Yeah, you're mine. Let's transfer the actual extra things. These are containers on board. But diesel, can we make it later? I don't know. So we might be reduced to just the electric engine, which I'm very happy to see in there, by the way. So then the question would be, how much or little can we do? There's also these supplies lying around on the dock as well, which I kind of want to... I can throw that pretty darn far, actually. Wow. Maybe it won't be such a hard time loading these things. That might be the best way for me actually to get those in there. Eesh. Come on. Gimme. Thank you. 2 more power batteries to throw down here as a backup supply. I do not know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm going to do something with them, I guess. If nothing else, I might just scrap them for parts. But we need to go back upstairs because we have got things to check out up there. You know what, I'm going to be cheeky, I'm going to use that shortcut. In fact, no, wait, this is it, isn't it? This is it, this is it, this is the thing. Ah, there we go. The door doesn't seem too happy. It's kind of slow, kind of grating, but it is a very heavy door as well. Also, wouldn't it? It would have been a more effective / efficient design, I guess, to go left, right rather than up and down. Especially since going up and down, the lower door mechanism is entirely submerged. It would be a bit harder on maintenance, I think. Plus, it also limits the height of the vessel, whereas the other one, it would be the width which is determined, but it would require a wider building. But we've got a wider building, so that, you know, there's plenty of reasons why a side-to-side sliding door would be more effective there. Unless those two halves are counterbalanced, but in which case the counterbalance mechanism would also be subject to corrosion, and look at me, suddenly I'm nitpicking stuff. It's like, I'm an expert engineer, look at me. No, I'm not. I am not, and never claim to be, an expert engineering type person. Those do look like caches of some kind, don't they? I don't know. I'm just looking around a little bit more because there's a bit more to be seen up here. There are some bits of loot to be had. Bit of broken glass, okay. But someone was out here looking at the sunset as well. Also finding small metal scraps to take along, which is honestly genuinely helpful. Actually, we do need to check. Right now I have on me no refined materials. Can I do? I can not. There is a range limit. Makes sense that there would be. Maybe it's like the same vehicle or same platform. But then again, if I build a storage on the base, does that mean the base can do it? That's the kind of thing that would need testing, isn't it? Oh, hello. Oh no, that's not a lootable, that's just a random thing. Scramble, scramble, scramble. So much stuff to loot though if I want to take the time to throw it all in the scrapper. But that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is I want to have a check around in these places. This one's got a box in the way. Why there's a box in a ventilation system, I don't know. Let's get the pistol out. The fact there's loot in here, it already tells me there's something worth looking for down here. A little access to the outside. Okay. Moving on. I can't run, by the way, because I think I'm crouched. And then a drop. Whoa. Nope. That answers that, I suppose. Wait, no, the metal's actually floating there. No, no, it's actually rising. What is the... Well, that was a random little shortcut, wasn't it? Hang on, let me get back up there again. Okay, so if the left fork took me that way, actually immediately going down the right fork has taken me somewhere else, it looks like. I'm trying to figure out the shape of all this. Though actually, am I just being stupid because I literally just walked down this way? Yes, I am just being stupid. Right, there is no connection. For some reason I thought there was one. So, on this episode of crawling down dark abandoned ventilation shafts, how is everyone doing? Actually, that actually wait, what? What mechanism is this? Because there's no visible function to it. Weird. But then again, it seems alright. I'm fully expecting the octopi to come crawling around though. That's part of the reason I got my weapon out, because usually like anywhere that forces you to go somewhere cramped and dark, we let the clean air flow. Yes. Anywhere that's supposed to go crawling around in cramped dark places usually has something going on. And that's why I've got the gun, and why I crafted the gun in the first place. And instead of hostiles, I find a crayon box. Ooh. Gimme. Yes, please. So we've also got the whole thing of like people are evidently living down here. There's a TV. There's a couple of there's a thing. There's a big duffel bag. We're overlooking part of the docks again. But someone used this entire little place as a little space to crawl into. Why were they sleeping in these places when there are actual rooms out there? I don't understand. That's it though. I've got the theme for this entire episode now. Vent crawling. I've apparently left this machine on. No, there was nothing left in it. It was just going. Okay, that leaves this vent over here. Should be fine though. And if nothing else, I've got my crowbar, so you know, might as well save the power. So you are a... That's a barrel. Okay, excellent. Okay. And just see what's around the place. Another drop. So, okay, I've got 2 drops to go down. Let's go down the left one first, I suppose. I see a screen. Wait, no, that's not a screen. That's a... I thought that was a broken screen. No, I found another way outside, it seems like. Bye-bye. And no other way back except to swim for it. Okay, cool. At least it is right by a ladder. Also, I've just realised at the top of the screen, it does show me a depth, but it also shows me a water pressure thing as well. There's multiple ways to get back up. Yep. And that slightly laggy thing. There we go. Right. So yeah, this is and what room is that? I think that might be one of the caretaker rooms, actually. Not entirely sure. Either that or it's a sealed off area of the facility I've not been into. I don't remember being into a place with a big sea view like that, though. But that said, though, we can see part of the vent layouts here, so that was one. Oh, there's a bit of stuff, random stuff around here. Come on, gimme. And the other vent is presumably... Yeah, that's where I just went down. This is the other drop point. So yeah, I can actually check on the roof what goes where a little bit. Oh, come on. There we go. Let me in. Thank you. Right. Whoa, what the, whoa, 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 whoa. I know D&D, slimes are not something you want to be dealing with. Ugh. Right. So there was something down here. I mean, that's another. My gun didn't seem. Well, my gun seemed to have to do something to him, but then I just started hitting him with the butt of my gun instead because that seems to have replaced my melee. Oh, they did have that chirping sound. Oh, speaking of, there we go. This thing has got a very short range. Okay, it does work, it's just not very good. I think I just need to... Yeah, I spend a few points of ammunition, or I just whack them. If this weapon's bad in this situation, then what is this weapon good for, exactly? Huh. I am Mark 3 asking all the tough questions. Also, apparently there is a... Oh, that's just a random thing. And a drop over here. Though a slime infestation... Actually... Remember how the caretaker brains are kind of like... Ow. Oh, good, I'm here. Right. Let me just plug in real quick, because I've just done a nasty thing to myself. Remember how caretaker brains have got this biomimicking fluid situation going on? Well, I wonder if that kind of material might be partly responsible for those slimes. If it becomes motile, it might. I said though, I'm not very impressed with that weapon. Yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of the voice, honestly. So, that was me checking all the vents. Yes, it is making the place more gloomy, but it also means I'm not checking things. There's something behind there. I've not checked everything yet. I just came out of that one. The one that's up here is the one that let me get into this area first. That's not a thing. There is some more ventage in this place, apparently, that I have not been crawling around in. So, who knows? But that said, though, I'm also kind of out of time for this particular episode, so I'm sorry. We have done some great things. And we have actually got the boat kind of rigged up. I think something I will do off camera is scrap some more materials down and plug things in on the boat itself. So honestly, I'll just try and get the engines up and running and get some more materials ready. And then next time, I'll actually set off and go in the ocean. I was going to say go play in the ocean, but not going to do that. I'm going to actually go out there. This is actually very convenient. At least the boat doesn't have a health bar, so I'm not randomly damaging it by throwing things at it. Though I've actually not checked out the bridge either. I should do that before we wrap up. Oop. Come on. Off you go. Hey, everything I send down there is something I can scrap on the boat proper for materials. Now there is actually one very important one that I should check because it's of no use to me. No, it's not my friend there. I wouldn't say such a thing. This forklift. I can't really even lift it, to be honest with you. But like I said, there are moorings here as well. That's worth noting. What does the mooring even use, though? Oh, it's the cable system. Yeah, it makes sense they'd reuse the system for that. That's, yeah, absolutely fine. Okay, climb the ladder. Climb the stairs. This is very funny ladder, this. And let's have a look-see in here. What have we got? We've got a general power control. Okay. We've got general controls. We've got wind speed, temperature, wave. Sorry, that's ocean depth. That or wave height. General weather things. General heading. Let's see. Propulsion, integrity, that means we can get damaged. Fuel, battery, time. Oh, look at that sunset. And a map. We are in Sanctuary Dock 37, and there is a single marked point of interest somewhere to our northwest. We, however, are pointing due east. Is there anything else new in here? Hi. Not really, though that does kind of show up top, doesn't it? There are some more logs to go through. Ooh. Okay. So I found human seeds. Interesting that though. Actually, so that's something I wasn't quite sure of. Find the human seeds. So we have to find the human seeds and put them in the Lazarus pods. Why is that separate from where the caretakers are active? But yeah, that's kind of the stuff we looked at last time. Current quests, vessel tomorrow. All that's left is to set sail. So, yeah, I'll just probably rebuild. Oh, the sun's gone down. I'll just build up a bit more material as we go. And then, yeah, I'll catch you all next time for some bit more caretakering or some random things. I don't think I want to drive out in the middle of the night, though. Let's be entirely fair. Though we also have the question of, like, what's my range for building stuff? I'm guessing it's, oh, no, hello. The moment I stepped off the boat... Okay, so if it's on the boat, it's localized storage. If it's on the dock, does that mean it's also localized storage? I don't think so. I think structures follow their own rules. But the boat, it does treat like it's a mobile base, and then for convenience, it has it set up that way. Although look at all the power and stuff we've got lying around the place as well, and all the course materials. But I said I am going to end it there, so I'm going to end it there. This has been iMark3. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps out me, helps the channel. Give me those virtual hairs pat I oh so crave. And we'll catch you all some other time. I think I just did the outro twice. I'm not entirely sure, but there we go. Yeah. Bleh. See you all later. Tomorrow, I'll risk probably being with a shark. Tomorrow. Well, tomorrow in game. Can't see what's out there, to be honest. I don't know how much is actually in the early access yet, but we'll find out. I just plug into the save, and there we go.